Hi, what about if I tell you the 9 to 5 job that you are currently in was never meant to be a life sentence? Hi, my name is Isabel. This is Jackson. Thank you for watching. You okay? Can I have the bowl? Good boy. Good boy. Wait. Go. What a good boy. The 9 to 5 job was never meant to trap us. Actually, it's just a backup. It helps us pay our bills. Go. Most of us, we have a dream. Most of us have a dream, and most of us don't like the 9 to 5. What are we going to do about it? The only way to bridge to go from a 9 to 5 job to the dream life that we all imagine ourselves living, it's to gain more skills. That's it. We need to develop ourselves. We need to gain more skills. We need to transform ourselves. When most people miss it, they dream of a life, but they will never work and act on it. What a pity. Hey, big boy. Having a rest? So, this is what I do to keep myself busy, to get more skills. I love learning new skills. I had to learn how to train my dog. I love doing this. I learned many other things along the way. And in this video, I'm going to share it with you. Ta-da! Hi, welcome again. This is my workshop. This is where I create my dresses, from fabric to this. So I had to start with what I had. I didn't have much. I had a very, very small and very basic sewing machine. And I had to learn to make the best with what I had. And that it's a great lesson. Whatever skill you want to learn, make the best with what you had, with what you have, rather. I had a smaller sewing machine than this one. This is a very basic one, but the one I had was even more basic, if it's possible. And with this one, I made this dress. My teacher, it was a 50% effort on this one. She did the sleeve on one side, and I did the sleeve on the other side, And this one was a 95% effort on my part. Oh, sorry. He definitely wants to go for a walk. Promise we'll go after this. So, basically, this is my dream come true. What I'm wearing today, it is something that I've also created, and I'm really, really pleased with my effort. As I said, I had to start with what I had, make the best with what I had. So one of the things that I didn't have when I started was I didn't have a cutting table. I had a dining table. So what I did was I went to a DIY store and I bought some plywood. A piece of plywood, basically cut to size to fit on top of a dressing table rather. And that's what I use. I use a bit of plywood to cut my fabric and to work on. And that's okay. One day I'm sure I will get a proper cutting table, but that should not stop me from learning the skill. And this is what I want to tell you. You might not have, the best camera or the best lenses if you wanted to become a photographer. You might not be able to, take lessons to learn how to fly a plane, because the hourly rate might be too high. But you can have a software, for example, teaching you how to fly at home on your PC. If you wanted to be a photographer, you might not be able to have the best lenses, but you can use your smartphone. Okay, some very good smartphone out there these days, and you can do some fantastic photography. So whatever it is that you want to learn, start with what you've got. So why learn new skills? Well, Of course, when you learn a new skill, you're going to gain a skill. You're going to be able to do those things for yourself, which is great. You might be able to monetize your skill even better. But I learn a new skill, I realize that when I learn a new skill, I I add value to my own life. You see, I'm not waiting for somebody out of nowhere to come in and add value to my life. I add value to my own life. So now, whatever I've learned benefits me first. You see? So, and also one thing that I found out is this. As long as I keep developing myself, I'm showing self-love. You see, we don't look at it this way, but as long as I keep developing myself, I keep growing, I'm showing self-love. So I would say to you, if you are in a job that you don't really like, and you've been in that job for many, many years, it's not a life sentence. Use it to propel you to a different place. Your bills are paid. Let's be grateful. Let's be grateful for the job, for the money that comes in every month that helps us provide for the family and ourselves and pay our bills, etc. Let's be grateful. But it should not end there. We should use our free time to develop the skills that we want, that we need to help us reach that life that we've always dreamt of living. There is no other way out than for you to go and gain the skills, learn the lessons that you need to learn along the way, develop yourself to the point that it's inevitable. You will get to experience that life that you've always dreamt of for yourself. I hope I have been able to help somebody today to just go and learn new things for themselves. Thank you.